So I wrote this poem, and it doesn't rhyme, but definitely will serve a purpose for maybe you in this time or season in your life, or someone that's maybe empty nester, or in a season of transition where you're by yourself, or someone that's starting over, or just basically someone feeling alone. And my name is Anna Clark, and you can find me at www.facebook.com/Apostle Anna Clark. That's the best way to contact me. But I share this for those that can relate. Do what you like, even if there's no one to do it with, or no one cares, or if you're just alone. Make the art, not so much so that someone else sees it, but just because you appreciate it. Bake the cookies, not so much because you're going to eat them, because you probably can't even eat them all, but just because you like to bake. Sing the song with all your might, not because you have someone to sing to, but just because you enjoy the song. Bake the big, amazing meal, not because you have someone to share with, but because it was tradition. Make the beds, not because company is coming over and they might see it, but just because it's nice to still keep the order and have something to do. This poem does not even rhyme, but it has a reason. And it's to say that you don't have someone with you all the time. And sometimes life is like that. And not because you fail, but maybe because you did the job. Maybe you were a friend. Maybe you dated who you were supposed to for a while and it's not time for it anymore. Maybe you outgrew it. Maybe you learned that you need something different, better, or more. Maybe you got to teach them something. Maybe you gave and served and did your work, and now you're taking the apron off. And you sit down in your nest where all of your birds have flown from, and there is still life to live, and it seems that there's such empty space. But it's just announcing and screaming that there's room. There's room to still be creative, and room to just live your life still, and to think about what you want now. Maybe to take trips, and to think about the new types of friends and adventures you would like to have. Maybe it's the space so that you can think about what new types of mindsets would you love to engage with now. What new adventures or endeavors would you dare to try now? Being alone can be sad, can seem empty, but take a note that if there's a lot of space, it may just mean that it's me time, and it doesn't have to mean that you failed or that no one cares. It's just the space to reinvent yourself, or maybe, just maybe, it's your chance to get the rest you never got because you poured out and you gave. And you never demanded back because you did what God sent you to do, and now it's time for you. It may just be the next best half of your story, so enjoy the new time and don't stop doing the things that you like just because it seems like it's only you. Because more is coming, and new will show up, and more you will discover, and you will smile with others again, and you will make new friends. So you may be alone because you're shedding the old, or you did your job, or you did what you were told, but it's a new time now. What will you do with it? So my name is Anna Clark, and every day I use my intuitive gifts to help people to get answers for their life. We can call it life coaching, we can call it spiritual guidance, but I hear God's voice for you. I see visions as soon as I close my eyes and see what He wants to show you. And I get the answers for different areas and aspects of your life that you need. If you want to know what's coming, if you want to understand more of what you went through, or the season that you're in, or the season you're going into, if you want to have guidance on maybe which door could be the better door to choose, or which person could be the better one to choose, if you want understanding on what your next steps could be now, what is He saying for you now? And what are you to do with your situation? If you need help discerning, this is what I do. I'm like a heart protector, spiritual guide, a messenger. God literally does things with my life to paint a message and to bring a message. And now I get to directly just help thousands and thousands of people. I take my prophetic gift and I take my seer ability and the ability to get visions on demand, just like that. And I can see and sense and pick up what God has for you. It takes me a few minutes to focus on your one or two specific questions that you would give to me that you want God to give you answers for. And God's not afraid of your questions, and this is what the church people have to get. He said, make all types of requests. Ask Him all kinds of questions. He's not afraid of our requests. He's not afraid of our curiosity. He's not afraid of our concern. He's not afraid of it. And He wants you to bring those things to Him, and He will stir up those things within you so that you can open your mouth and tell Him what you need, what you wonder, what you want, what you wish. And sometimes He just wants you to come into agreement with what He wants for you from the earth, and that's why He wants you to ask. And then we get the answers. Then we get the connections. Then we get the doors. Then we get the idea. Then we get the last idea we needed just to make the whole thing work. What if you built a whole machine, but then it needs this one thing that's not appeared yet, that's not invented yet, you just need this one answer, or this one person, or this one key, or this one piece. And God has that. And so I'm offering my gifts back to God by helping people. I help people that know Him, people that don't know Him, people that wonder if He's real, so that you can have guidance, so that you can understand, maybe even understand the point and the purpose of a connection that you have in your life. A point and a purpose of you having to go through that relationship. What is the reason God's sending you or keeping you in certain things? Are you really supposed to stay at that job for 50 years? Or were you built for something else? So my phone's making all these noises, but we're going to mute that. But contact me. Don't be afraid to contact me. And it's too late for the believers that don't believe that God would send us to use our gifts to help people in this way. It's too late for a 2-year-old to try to scorn me and tell me what I can't do with my gifts. It's too late. I'm like a light in a dark field. I work where witches are. Bringing the light and sharing that God is still real, that God is still talking, and that the God of the Bible is still writing stories with our lives. So If you want to connect with me, don't be afraid to connect with me. I'm working every day. I'm using my gifts in this way, but I will take time and get to your inbox messages. The best way to contact me is through Facebook right now, through Messenger. So add me as your friend, inbox me, and ask about some kind of, life coaching or spiritual guidance, or, just ask for, me to connect with you. And 1 to 2 questions on one specific topic, and I'll seek him for your answers. And I'll give you clarity. I'll help you to understand where you're at now. It will make your past make sense, make your future make sense. It'll make where you're standing make sense. So if you always felt like, I wish I could get a glimpse into what I'm supposed to do, or what's coming, or what I need to know, I can help you with that. I don't put my gifts on the shelf and wait to die to go to heaven. Heaven is right now. And we don't have to walk on a sunny day feeling like we're still in the dark, bumping our toes, tripping over things because we have no discernment or we're lacking wisdom. So let me help you today. Whatever season you're in, whether you have a house full of kids, you feel like the old lady in the shoe with the billion kids in your house, that was me. Or you're someone that's single and you're waiting for your life to start. Or you're someone that just finished a huge endeavor and job, and God's changing your season, but first it's a sit down time. If you need direction, don't be afraid to contact me. Okay, thank you.